But I want to ask you about Diddy lawyer. You heard about how he came out saying that Diddy is not taking a plea deal and he's taking a stand?
He out his rabbit ass mind. He done fell and bumped his head. There's no way. Now you done said you had 50 witnesses against you. Now you got another 120 witnesses allegedly against you. And all you need is one witness for a sexual assault or sex trafficking case. One witness. You think they ain't got a chance to find one out of 170? He better hope and pray. He better hope and pray that they want somebody more than they want his client. That they want somebody that they'll give his client a plea bargain. Ain't no way this man is going to get up in no federal court and explain any of his shenanigans to a jury or a judge. There's no way. He ain't that bright.
So if he take the stand, you believe that's a mistake?
If I said he fell and bumped his head, if I said he must be riding a yellow bus with a helmet on his head, that's going to be one of the biggest mistakes he ever can make in his life, bro. He is not going to get in front of no jury and explain none of the stuff that he was doing. Not at all. It all sound good. And like I always say, it may make him feel good, but that won't be healthy. Dealing with the federal government like that, he crazy, bro. He out his mind. There's no way, excuse me, there's no way that he's, with all the allegations against him, even when he started explaining the situation with Cassie and dragging her by her hair and stuff like that back to the room, that's a form of kidnapping. How do you explain the tape? How do you explain it? Make him look real bad, bro. He better hope and pray that he can find some kind of leniency, and he can have somebody advocate and try to get a presidential pardon from somebody. And I don't think they would do that. It's based on the evidence that he's being convicted by.
Yeah, it ain't looking too good for him. But before this interview, you was telling me that a female reached out to you about a sex tape.
Yeah. It may not have been a year ago. It may have been close to a year, 9 months, something like that. A year. I don't. It wasn't. It was. It was about. I don't know. Was it? Was it a year? It's 6 months to a year. I forget about it because we just had a brief conversations for about like a week or so. You know, like I mean, like she'll call me one day and then we'll talk a little bit. Then I'll get back with her. Then she'll call me back. She was trying to find out information and everything like that. But I really couldn't help her, bruh. You understand? And then she told me the guy name. You know, she said, Gene, I know it wasn't you. You know, she told me her credentials. She said, Gene, I went to college. You know, I come from a reputable family. I live in, you know, out your way, where you at. And she said that, do I know this bodyguard named Big Joe? And I said, why, what's going on? And then she told me about that she had heard about this tape floating around of Puffy uh, ex-ing her, sexually assaulting her. And I was like, wow. And I couldn't say anything because I know the parties and stuff like that. But I told him, I said, yo, I can't give you Joe's number, but I'll get in touch with him or whatever, best way I could. So I got in touch with Joe and I told him what the lady said, and he just said that she didn't know anything about it, and that it was felonious. So then the lady had told me she didn't want Joe. She just wanted a copy of the tape so she could bring charges up on Puff. So I said to her, he said that no tapes exist. That tape doesn't exist. You understand? So I gave her that information. I let Joe know. I let her know. And that was basically it.
Do you believe the tape exists?
What I believe and what I know is two different things. I was told, and this is a word around town, that the tape exists. I never saw the tape. I never, know anybody who say they saw the tape. See, what happens is that, man, when you have a certain status in Harlem, you are privy to a lot of information, or you're privy to stuff that happens in the street. And there was information in the streets that a tape like that existed. How true it was, I don't know, because I don't look for that stuff. I'm not trying to find nothing. And that's what it was.
What's on the tape?
I heard it was enough on the tape that people could blackmail Puff for. That's what I actually heard.